do a quick video on how to align and use this Browning belt tensioner guide to get the correct tension as per manufacturer specs and belt tensioner specs. So I'm using a B59 Super Grip belt from Browning. Okay, this is a setup here where I can adjust the Lennox ARC RTU. Okay, so I can adjust the motor to tighten the pulley here, the belt on the two pulleys. Just for information, so before we start, you're going to need the Browning guide, the chart. Okay, need that. Get that online. As well, you'll need to know the distance between each sheath, from center point to center point and back there. In our case, it's 21 inches. Okay, and the smallest sheath, which is the drive, is 5-inch diameter. You'll need to know those two as well. Let's go to our chart. Okay, you can see our chart here. So we're using a BX or B size belt. Okay, we know our smallest pulley size or sheath, which was 5-inch, so we're in this category here. Also, you need the RPM on the motor. Okay, so ours is 1750 RPM. Okay, so we're going to be in this column here. We're going to move over. And we're using a new Super Grip. So really here, we're using a belt deflection force of 7.9. Okay, 7.9. And that's where we're going to use this little tool to find that. So now that we have that information, we got to align our two pulleys as straight as we possibly can. So I'm using a string. This is a string method. You can use a straight edge method, but string is just so much better. It's easier to carry around, throw in your pocket, so forth. So as you can see here, you want to keep all 4 points tight to the pulley. Okay? Once that's accomplished, now we got to do the tensioning. And so what we do when you're using a string is you bring it up to the top to align it on, just sit beside the belt. Okay? And that's going to be our guideline now. I'm sure we can see that. Okay? It should be on the, sort of riding the top of the belt. The top of that pulley there. Nice and taut. And with that in mind, now we're going to get our gauge and we'll set that up. And we're going to put it place right in the center of the top of the belt there. Okay, so let's look at our belt tensioning gauge. Okay, so we're going to have all kinds of marks on this. Alright, so we're going to go to the bottom here. And when we spin this around, we're going to say inches of span length. Well, we know the span length for this unit is 21 inches. Okay, so we go here, you know that these are increments of 10. So we're going to put this rubber gasket as a marker over the, you know, it's going to have to be approximate, it's not very, very precise, but around the 20 mark there. Okay? And if we go up to the top, we can see here the pounds. So we're looking for, what was it, a 7.9 force on this belt. Okay, so we're gonna, you can put that, either put this down to 0, that's what they usually recommend. Okay, so we're looking for 7.9. So what we're gonna do is put that there, and we're gonna, again, using the string as our marker. Sorry about that for the camera. We're aiming for 7.9. So when this large ring hits the string, our flat edge, that's as far as we go. And we'll see where we are at our mark here. You can zoom that in there. Okay, so I'm pushing down. And that's where we got it. Let's see what our mark is here. So it needs to be a little bit tighter. A little bit tighter, just over the 5 mark there. It's pretty good actually. Most guys would even just do the old thumb rule. It's pretty tight. Again, you don't want to over tighten because that will have a huge wear on the belt, the bearings of the motor, so it can cause issues as well. Of course, over time, this belt, in a couple of months, it will last a long time if it's all set up properly, but over time the belt will stretch and it'll have to be readjusted as well. So that's just the quick, simple method of using this tool.